Let's get started with the NBA playoffs with one series in particular, the Brooklyn Nets and the Milwaukee Bucks. And the Nets are up 2-0 in the series. It's over. I mean, let's say that right now. The Bucks do not have enough star power, enough ammunition, enough whatever you want to call it to beat these Nets. KD, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving is too much to overcome. And actually, right now, it's just KD and Kyrie Irving. James Harden hasn't even been playing, and the Nets are still blowing out the Bucks. It's a close game one. Game two, not really that close. Didn't even need James Harden. Similar to how the regular season went for the Nets without KD when he was injured at different points. James Harden was leading the squad, and they were beating teams pretty easily. There's just not much the Bucks can do in this series. They'll probably win a game. I expect them to at least win one game. If the Bucks get swept, that's tough. That's a pretty bad reflection on the Bucks team that was kind of rebuilt this offseason, bringing in Drew Holiday. They almost brought in Bogdanović, which I think would have really helped. That trade kind of fell through, but Drew Holiday was a huge addition to this team, and Giannis doesn't really seem to be taking that next step as a player. He's won the MVP twice, but we know what he is as a physical force and as a rebounder, but he can't shoot. Period, point blank. I don't really know how else to say it. He cannot shoot the basketball. That's the one part of his game that is missing, and until he develops a more consistent jump shot, either in the mid-range or from three or both, or even becoming a better free throw shooter, he is not going to be the best player in the world in my eyes if he cannot shoot the basketball. That's just what this league is. It's a shooter's league, and you don't have to be Steph Curry, but if you can be at least like a LeBron James type shooter, where LeBron's not the greatest shooter in the world. We all know that. He is not the best jump shooter or three-point shooter, but he's serviceable. He can be left wide open and make teams pay, if they leave him out in the corner or on the wing. Giannis, I will take my chances 100 times out of 100 if he's shooting a three wide open. I'll take my chances. If he makes it, oh well. I am that confident that he cannot make a three-pointer wide open in a game. Chances. Obviously, game three, though, for the Bucks, it's do or die time for Giannis. I will, give him a little bit of credit because he is facing a super team right now. It's just 2 out of the 3, KD and Kyrie. No James Harden yet. But I don't want to use that as an excuse for Giannis. We've scrutinized LeBron James countless times over the years for not being able to beat super teams. The last, I guess, homegrown and original super team that we probably saw was the San Antonio Spurs with Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili, Tim Duncan. That was a homegrown, organic big three. And LeBron couldn't beat them in 2007 in the NBA Finals. Couldn't beat the Golden State Warriors a handful of times before he did eventually beat them once. Couldn't beat those teams. And we really hit LeBron hard on that for a long time. So we cannot we cannot excuse Giannis for it. If we're going to be hard on LeBron James and we think of Giannis Antetokounmpo as the supposed next one to take the torch from LeBron, we cannot use a super team as an excuse for Giannis's losing. We can't. We've got to treat him the same. If he truly is the best player in the world right now, or will be once LeBron eventually maybe starts hitting a little decline or retires, if we think he's the next guy, we've got to treat him the same. I don't think he is the next guy. I've never really been of the belief that he is the next guy, the next face of the league. I think once LeBron is done, and really you could make an argument for it right now that Steph Curry is the face of the league. Not the best player in the league. I'm not saying Steph Curry's the best player in the league, but he would be the next face of the league. The next best player in the league would be Kevin Durant. Steph Curry and Kevin Durant can shoot, Curry's a little bit of a liability on defense, even though he plays hard on D. KD, very capable on defense. Giannis is a capable defender. He's won player or defensive player of the year a couple times. Offensively, though, all he is just a bull in a china shop. He can get into the paint and score pretty easily, but you can back off of him. You can let him shoot the mid-range. You can let him shoot the three, and he is not going to make you pay for it. Game 3, though, it's going to be all she wrote for Milwaukee if they can't get it done in Game 3. If they don't win Game 3, my guess is they won't win Game 4. They have to get this next game if they want to even have a chance. I still think it's a 5-game series either way. And, yeah, but we cannot give Giannis a free pass just because it's the Nets and they're a super team. Can't give him a pass. We never gave LeBron James a pass. We can't give the supposed next one in line a pass too.